Hi everyone, my name is James Ivey from TSR Jivey Talks Tech. Now I've said it before and I'll probably end up saying it again. The fastest way to ruin a studio session is to provide poor monitoring for your artist. And by that I mean broken, bad quality or just plain nasty sounding headphones. I've been to some so-called high-end studios and been presented with and had to work with some far from ideal monitoring solutions. It was far from an inspiring experience. I've always made it my mission to give anyone in my studio the best possible headphone sound. I've spent a lot of money on being able to give the artist or artists the mix they want and at the volume they require it, at the best possible audio quality. But it has to be said that generally a good quality pair of headphones, or cans, is not an inexpensive thing. Now, our friends at Thomann have asked me if I'd like to take a look and a listen at some new headphones from Austrian Audio. These are the Hi-X20s and they retail for about 120 quid. The Hi-X20 headphones are what's called closed back headphones, meaning the sound that is being played into our ears is not allowed out to potentially leak into microphones that may be close by. This is commonly known as click bleed. Just for context, the other type of headphone is known as open-backed. These tend to let more of the outside world sound in, and as a result, they also let more of the inside world sound out. Not so good when you're tracking an intimate vocal. Generally, open-backed cans lend themselves to mixing, whereas closed-backed tend to be used for recording or other situations where you want the inside to stay inside and the outside world to stay well and truly separate, like DJing or listening to music on the train or the underground. You know who you are. So back to the story. I'm new to all things Austrian Audio, not only their headphones but also to the brand. Now I do know that many of the founding team used to work at AKG, so they do know a thing or two about microphones. More on this another time. But as it turns out, they also know a thing or three about headphones. So what do we get in the box? Well, we get the soft tote style bag, drawstring bag, to keep our Hi-X20s in when we're out on the road. We get the warranty extension card to give us an extra 12 months of protection. We get the quick start guide, very nice. And we get the all-important sticker, one more for the Pelly case. Now we get to the Hi-X20s themselves, which are nicely protected, and we get a 3-meter cable. I'm so done with always having to use headphone extensions, so getting a proper 3-meter cable is a great start. And we also get a 1/4 inch to mini jack converter. Now on some tours and live stages, these little adapters count as currency. They are that valuable. So the 3-meter cable, did I mention the cable was 3 meters long? Is detachable, which I really like, because 9 times out of 10, when headphones fail, it's the cable that dies and not the cans themselves. However, all too often, that simple kind of push-in jack thing is a disaster, as the cable will get caught on the arm of your chair or under your foot and will pull out at the most inopportune moment. The cable on the Hi-X20s goes on and twists to lock into place, which is a good thing. Now, I don't have a particularly big head, no jokes please, but I did find that I have to open the Hi-X20s all the way up and then push them back in to get them to fit snugly on my noggin. But once there, I have to say they are very comfortable. They only weigh 255 grams, so I'm not going to start to develop Formula One driver style neck muscles when I start to use them for long sessions. The soft leatherette memory foam cups fit nicely on my ears, thus increasing the isolation, and they feel very comfortable. The headband cover feels like it's the same sort of thing and does a great job supporting the cans on my head. Side note, the ear cups are replaceable, so when they do eventually start to sag or the black stuff starts to come off on your ears, it's not game over for your favourite cans. I also like the fact that left and right is really very plain to see. Now, unlike others in the Austrian Audio headphone lineup, the Hi-X20s are all black, which I'm told was a user request. I can't say I have an opinion either way, but I do like a bit of colour now and again. But hey, if it was a user request, then well done to Austrian Audio for listening and answering the call. Build-wise, even though the Hi-X20s are lightweight, they still feel robust. The folding mechanism feels good and all the moving parts feel solid. All of the hard working bits here are metal. That's the headband itself, the mechanism, the hinges, the point where the ear cups meet the band are all made of metal. They all feel well designed and feel great. This is a good thing. So tech spec time. The Hi-X20s have a frequency range from 12 Hz to 24 kHz. If only my ears still had that sort of frequency response. They have a sensitivity of 113 dB SPL per volt, and they have an impedance of 25 ohm, meaning they'll be perfectly happy driven by your phone with an adapter, an audio interface, or a professional headphone amp distribution type thing. They also have a power handling of 150 milliwatts, which is nothing by PA standards, but how many PA speakers are less than 20 millimeters from your eardrum? Let's just say the Hi-X20s can go nice and loud if you need them to. All this translates into a great sounding set of headphones that you'll be able to use in a domestic situation, listening to your fave tunes, or in a professional music or other creative environment, doing actual critical listening work. I was shocked at how good the Hi-X20 sounded. For a very competitively priced set of cans, these things were showing up details and issues in my own mixes that I couldn't hear on other cans or on speakers. And that's why you should always use a set of headphones when you check your mixes. You sometimes are able to hear things in headphones that just get missed in the acoustic space of your room. Or should that be in the inaccuracies in your speakers? So what is so high, or should that be high, about Austrian Audio's Hi-X series, which there are 7 pairs in the range? Well, Hi-X or high excursion technology drives the sound of the Austrian Audio Hi-X headphones. They feature a 44mm driver and an advanced ring magnet system delivering superior airflow and the strongest magnetic field in the class. So it says on the website. The ring magnet paired with a copper-clad aluminium voice coil reduces membrane weight for a faster, more precise impulse response. The 44mm design ensures professional performance, enhanced air movement, and eliminates diaphragm wobble. The ultra-stiff membrane effectively dampens resonance for an ultra-clear and dynamic sound. Well, I do have to admit they do sound very good indeed. And on that point, you have 2 choices. One, you take my word for it, or should that be and you get yourself to a store stocking the Austrian Audio Hi-X20s. Oh, I don't know, maybe someone like Thomann? And you try a pair on your own ears, as I don't have one of those fancy Neumann head mics or those fake ear thingies. Anyway, the only way to find out if you like the sound of a thing is for you to listen to that thing. But if you do take a pair of Austrian Audio Hi-X20 headphones for an audio spin, I'm quite sure you'll be reaching for the plastic, as these things sound great, and for about 120 quid, UK pounds that is, you really can't fault them. So, thanks to the team at Thomann for sending me the new Austrian Audio Hi-X20 closed back headphones. If you'd like to get a pair for yourself, please do consider clicking on the link down there to the Thomann website. Also, please do click like, subscribe and hit that bell to be kept up to date with all things from TSR Jivey Talks Tech. But for now, my name's James Ivey and I'll see you again very soon for some more gear goodies.